Hello, everybody, and welcome to another one of these recordings we do sometimes on the TJ SMP. No, let's stop that. Anyways, today we're having an election. We have myself, we have Angel Shud, we have TJ the person, we have Lumpy Boy, we have Nebula Lloyd isn't here, he might show up, and then Arbiter Adam is not going to be showing up. My campaign running mate is 18 Zings, and I'm just gonna, oh, there he goes. But yeah, that's what we're doing. Let's go.
Gotta keep myself strapped.
Alright, hello everybody.
We've gone live.
Yeah, my recording has started, so anything you say now can and will be used against you.
Hell yeah. I like
it with high stakes.
mining.
Get it?
I like mining too, because...
I like mining 3. That means I'm better.
No!
I like mining 4.
Alright, everyone...
Too much, too far.
Yeah, that's too far. That's a little controversial. That's a little risque.
You can't just be doing that.
That's taboo in our
I
political
totally
climate.
I shouldn't be, but I totally can. Nobody's gonna stop me. Because I'm the president.
Yeah, that's right.
What?
Wait.
Oh my god.
I
Oh!
am.
You got the Christmas? Holy.
Christmas
Jesse, me and
things.
Adian are in season here.
Alright, so, specific orders we want? I guess, Texas, you're sort of running things, you can appoint it as moderator.
Do we just wanna go from left to right?
Yeah, that sounds good to me. From your left or my right? Left.
Left.
Left
That
or
one.
my right?
So you.
Stage left?
Oh, hold up.
Kill me.
Well, I think TJ just dropped out.
Oh, well,
I win.
No.
yeah, TJ left the debate.
Bam. Okay. Dang it. I mean,
it's too
wow,
late.
welcome back.
Hey, nice.
Hey!
Right.
Nice.
I don't have a should
Yeah,
I
let
just
me-
put out my really old skin?
I guess. I mean,
why is someone named Knox trying to tell you to shoot?
We don't need to talk about it. We're discussing business.
Who is the Nox and why are
They're
they asking you to
discussing-
shoot people?
The
Yeah.
voices in
Discussing
Cactus's
business.
head are
Who-
they're telling him to be violent.
who is...
We're
I think
discussing
I've heard of
business.
them.
Do not even
Cactus.
worry about it.
I am scared of your discussions that you have with these people.
Don't worry about it.
Here we go, Christmas.
Panic.
Nothing will happen to Lumpy
Danger,
Boy.
danger.
Oh, he's gonna get NATO'd. Alright, well, we're recording, so I guess I will start my
Ye homo,
speech if we
let
want to do it.
I'm not gonna put on my Christmas skin
I
instead.
got just a thing.
Alright, everybody ready?
Yeah. Cactus, don't do it for free pebbles.
Free pebbles?
Don't do
Free
it.
pebble.
Free
Gay
pebbles?
little rock people.
I have to. Everybody, get down.
Everybody down.
Everybody down.
Mr. President! Mr. President!
I'm so sorry. They said free pebbles. They said free pebbles.
President, get
They
down!
said free
Missed.
pebbles. I missed 3
free
shots
pebbles.
already.
He's not even standing still. You gotta give up.
I'm just bad.
Alright.
Self-defense, Detroit urban survival training!
Oh,
Detroit urban survival training.
Bomb!
Yeah,
pebbles.
this is about, like, what to be expected.
Fortnite!
Yeah.
Oh, frick, he's striking 90s. He's striking 90s.
Do I get pebbles?
Alright.
You told the person you are a witness. I get pebbles. Oh my god. You might have a second audience member.
You see, Batman.
So,
You should
Alright.
man.
You see,
There's no
Batman.
law- there's no
when a
laws
girl
against
fucks tons of
Pokemon.
guys, they're a slut.
No laws
But if a
against-
guy does it, they're gay.
Wait.
what?
What?
If
A
a
girl
dude you
sleeps
see,
with a bunch of guys.
Yeah, okay,
he's
I think we...
But if a guy sleeps with a bunch of guys, he's gay.
Now, guys, I have something I'd like to discuss with all of you. If you will join me over here, except for Mr. Tesseract. Okay, Angel, you first. This just a little something. You know, being
Wait a
the
minute.
president could be a little bit exhausting, if you know what I
Wait a
mean.
minute.
You know,
Hold
every so
on.
often
You ground
need to
him in
take a
the
little
dust?
bit of a break.
you ground him in the dust.
Hey, TJ, take my turn. TJ, take my
What
turn.
have you done to him?
God, knock this.
God, oh my god.
Alright.
XTR.
Zexter. Oh god, my recording's... I'm gonna
Zexter, are
actually
you gonna be
delete this recording.
I'm stuck in a microwave. I'm stuck in a mic.
On the
Guys,
third,
On the 8th day,
It's
God wept.
On the 8th day, God came and wept.
I've
Wait, are you
seen
live right now?
God. I've seen
Yeah,
the
we're
face of
live.
God
We're
and the
recording. We
subway
just
weather boy.
haven't really started yet, but I'm ready to
We're
start.
not
one.
Mm.
I've
Oh,
seen
We're
the
kind of.
Okay.
What the frick?
It tastes like cum.
Okay. Well.
Hey man, what's your tongue? We're in a public
What your balls.
facility.
Hey, Nebula.
Hey,
Wait,
you
which
showed
one?
up. All right, we
Oh,
can.
it's
Hey.
Nebula.
Yeah, we can get started.
It's the
Hey.
only other elf in the fucking SMP. Woo!
And we got
So
Jacko.
here's the thing.
Oh, and we got
Wait, hold on.
we got blue.
Hold on. In the TJSMP movie, would Chris Pratt voice Nebula?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is this for the elections or
No,
is this
Chris
lore?
Pratt would voice every
Uh,
single
we're
character.
debating.
Yeah, it's elections. Come to the. Yeah, come to
Every
the.
single
It's
character.
me.
Yeah, I'm
You have a
here.
shitty accent.
Yeah, you
I'm
should
here
get on the server and go
What
to
do
the
you mean?
election
Are you
center.
talking to me? You're talking. I don't have a shitty accent.
No, I'm talking
No,
about
no.
Chris Pratt
What's
with
the matter
the
with
shitty
you,
accent of
Gabagool?
everybody.
Chris doesn't have an
Hey.
accent.
If you-
TJ, should I do it?
Mr. Blue.
Also, you do
Hey.
have an accent, Blue Jay. Everybody
No, I
has an
don't.
accent.
Why?
Blue
Hey,
Jay,
you're like a Midwestern one, yeah.
Blue Jay. Blue Jay, I'm gonna talk like you quickly.
I have to.
Gabagool. Gabagool.
I like that.
Blue.
Hey, Blue Jay.
Oh.
Hey, I'm a bird. Hey, what's the matter with you? I'm walking me.
I'm walking.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, good lord.
You have like a regular Bojack mask?
You forgot my catchphrase. You forgot my catchphrase.
Hey, my
I
fuck
This
is
is,
bugging.
love furries.
This is gonna be.
This is
This is gonna
very
be the most
orderly
chaotic.
election debate night. Yeah.
You forgot my favorite word, Zexter.
Ni-
No. That's
No,
Torp's
what the
favorite word.
fuck? Okay,
Streaming,
That's
we're
Torp's.
streaming. We're streaming.
Mine's
Everyone, we're
fuck,
streaming.
okay? Mine's
wait, yeah, we're
Hey,
streaming. We are
hey,
streaming.
No F word. No F word.
Oh, you got this is a family-friendly stream.
Yes, we're family friendly. Blue Jay,
Okay.
get on the server. Get on the server. Go to the election center.
I'm getting on the server right now.
Yeah.
Arrows, cactus.
Is
Wait, am I
Nebula
supposed to have,
Lord
like, a-
here yet?
I need to eliminate the contestants.
Not
Oh.
yet.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
they are.
So,
Let's go.
we got
Yeah,
one
Lord.
already.
They're in the
Love,
VC, but they're not
I'll
in
give
the
you the
game yet.
pebbles if you shoot TJ.
Wait,
right now.
yeah. Does anyone
I
wait?
will. I don't have any
TJ, can you
arrows,
place?
though.
Can we place down like an
I'll
armor
give you a-
stand like we did with last time? I can get like a Nebula Lord head if you want.
No,
No idea.
I'm fucking logging on right now.
Oh, okay. then.
Nebula Lord, you don't exist.
What the hell happened? Why is there a Kilroy head?
Just accept your non-existence, Nebula Lord.
Hey,
Mr. President! Get down! Oh, I shot the wrong person. I mean, Angel did it. Angel did it.
Why is it
Oh my
taking
God.
for so long?
I was so
Why-
tempted to take my Skeletor and use that, and I was like, hold up, let's not kill anybody.
Why is
TJ.
Lunar Client getting an update now?
TJ, use this.
Because it's Lunar Baby
Oh, it's
Boy.
perfect.
Sucks ass.
Well, kind of, but like Lunar Client's still pretty good. Also, because like I bought like a lot.
Oh,
What? He's looking away. He doesn't even care.
Lunar
He
client.
doesn't want to
I
be
get
here.
that. I get that. I've spent money too.
That is such an L, Zexter.
Hey, baby. ASMR. Hello, baby. What's
Ooh,
baby boy?
I'm going to cream.
Yeah.
Please stop. Please
Yeah,
stop.
this
Please
is
stop.
actually
Please
really
stop.
uncomfortable, and I don't like it.
The whole point was to listen to the fucking. Please, Zexter, no. Zexter, no.
Yeah,
No,
Zexter.
We were gonna start 13 minutes ago, by the way.
Zexter, this is a
Zexter,
promise,
stop.
not a
Oh,
threat.
technically, we still
I thought we were waiting.
Non-racially.
No, we're not waiting
Yeah,
for
it's
any.
already
I'm just like I was gonna do my starting speech, and then like everyone just started doing things.
Yeah, we're kind of just waiting on everyone to settle down.
Max,
You feel?
Max, we have 7 minutes.
I have 7
Hold on,
minutes.
like,
What does that mean?
We have 7 minutes until the election starts.
Oh, well,
No, it can start
Don't
whenever.
get me
It can start
started,
whenever.
Zexter. You
Actually, now that you're here, Nebula Lord, it doesn't matter.
Let's go.
okay. Well, yeah. Do we want to like just mute and then so they can like do the speech?
Yes.
No, I want to yell at you. I want
If
to
you
heckle
yell at me during my speech, I'm gonna be really sad.
Is this a debate? Oh yeah.
Good.
I could be your security, perhaps.
No way, ZX here.
I would like everyone to know that this election literally decides the fate on how the server's like governmental direction will go. So at least take it like slightly
Listen,
seriously.
I'm a communist.
Besides talking over people. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Max,
Alright.
you may begin.
Alright. Listen. There is, I think, a lot of potential in this server. We've been doing pretty good lately. We've been going pretty far forwards, and I think there's a lot more we could do. As president, I'm not in it just to make myself president. I'm not in it to just do a meme or something. I am in it because I genuinely want to better the server. I'm willing to compromise on a few of the points I've ran, but I still wish to share my netherite with the people of this server if I'm elected. I'm gonna cover up the lake and build it into kind of a capital city, and I'm gonna unite this server as one community. That's my thing. I'm gonna keep it active, gonna keep lore running, gonna keep events. I think I'll be a pretty good president for it. Alright, that's all. Keep it concise.
Anybody tell me where the election area is?
It's a waystone.
It's called Election Zone in
Based
Waystone.
on Blue Jay.
Fuck, I went to Mexico.
It's the top. It's the top waystone, and it's
The one
blue.
that says election.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, Blue Jay's watching me. He had to let me out of prison for me to come here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
it's
keeping
been
an
a
eye
long
on
day.
me.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's all. If Angel Shop wants to go next.
Oh, Minecraft Crash. This is great.
Okay. I'll keep this short, simple, to the point because I want to go get food real quick.
Recording.
My fellow TJSMP members, this server is a work of art, and to keep it running like a work of art is important to a lot of people here. It may not be the best work of art, however, we all care about it, okay? If you vote for me, I promise to try to keep this work of art running in a rather similar state that it used to. I'm not here for power. I'm not here for money. I'm really not here for a lot of things. I'm here to try to keep this server on the up, okay? As I did not promise, but I'm promising now, I promise to not intrude too much. I promise to just keep everything civil, all right? I will now pass it on to TJ.
Hold on.
EJ.
TJ, take a really long time.
About free pizza.
TJ, stop eating ramen.
I have understood some of the policies I have promised, have gone unwelcomed and hated, so I will be revoking them and replacing it with something else. Taxes are off the table, and I will be replacing them with my own money going into the federal bank. I will personally go to Agraria every single day I can and getting those emeralds to fund the government if it means the betterment and the wealthiness of this nation. This server. And by nation, I would like to promise someday, this is a promise to all of you, I will bring the server under one nation. There will no longer be multiple nations with one person or two people in it. It'll be one nation under one banner.
Hold on a second.
I'm not declaring war. I'm talking about peaceful
I've heard this somewhere before.
additions. I would like to say, I would like to call it the one nation policy.
Ugh.
Leave me alone. You know what I do. I understand some of you may disagree, but I feel it is for the betterment of this nation, for all of us to be able to communicate together instead of a divided world.
He's already
We
calling
are
it
one nation.
He hasn't even gotten elected yet. He's already calling
I
it one
think,
nation.
as a server owner, I have delayed on events, which is why I thought it would be good to have elections. And this is proof that it works. And therefore, I will use the government funding to get the horse races back and at it, to support Nebula Lord's cause for the horse races.
Fuck yeah. Okay.
And I personally think that
Excuse me.
that I'm poggers and Zexter's
Excuse me.
poggers.
Excuse me.
What do you want?
Will there be more peppermints?
More peppermint?
More peppermint.
I will create personal vending machines that sell peppermint throughout the season.
What the fuck? Why can't I get out of my house? What's going on?
Nice.
How many? How many pebbles?
How many people? I got a lot.
Okay, what the fuck?
I personally carry
Hold on. I've been
one
watching
block
Cyberpunk.
of pebbles.
Holy shit.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Wait, I'm the vice
Thank you.
president. I'm supposed
Thank you.
to,
That is me.
Very
That is
interesting.
me. Thank you.
Also
I'm
me.
gonna continue eating my chicken.
Oh,
And
shut up!
Zexter.
Things are
And my I'm sleeping.
Man, I'm getting such a good view.
Okay. All right. Outside of chaos. Continue. All right, Lomp, you're next.
Okay. As the president of the evil party, I will roll out all of my promises immediately. Number 1 on the list. I will stop world hunger. You are now allowed to eat the homeless. This will also reduce overpopulation.
shit.
I think we
Second,
have underpopulation.
second,
Yeah, we have
I
actually.
I've already eaten all the peppermint. But I will give you universal healthcare. I'm not that evil.
Oh my god, he's so evil.
No, you don't even have hospitals.
I promise
He's
for
like a
these
Europe
parties,
nation.
for this party,
That sounds
is
like communism.
that you can do whatever you want without remorse.
I just demolished my home.
But no racism.
What?
Oh,
He doesn't have my
never
vote.
mind.
Max, it's
Never
okay.
mind.
It's okay, Max. It's gonna be alright.
Not today.
Fucking
Not
sir.
my president.
You can be homophobic, but you have to kiss them on the lips right afterwards.
Oh, that's fine. I do that anyways.
Is that all?
Oh, afterwards? No, I do it
No,
before.
if I win this election, I will send thigh pics.
Oh, I'm
Oh my god.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh
If,
shit.
no. If I win the election, or TJ wins the election, I'm gonna send thigh pics, feet pics, any pics,
I got thigh highs.
ass pics.
If
Purple
you
and
vote
black
for me,
stripes.
thigh highs.
you will get Zexter's personal collection.
No, it's not your time. It's Nebula's time.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Continue, Nebula. I don't know.
Everything dies when I enter this area. Please help.
All right.
It's a cactus.
I think Blue Jay has a question. He's standing in front of the microphone.
Oh no. We do the speeches first. It's your turn.
That's a microphone.
Oh, it's my turn? Oh, yeah, so, like... I want to, you know, the server, it's, you know, it's not running great.
Holy shit. Oh man.
You're laughing at me. Hold on.
He's inside of me. He's inside of me. Right.
Hey. No. Don't use that word. Not you,
Shit.
Blue Jay. He was yelling a bad word. You may continue,
Ow.
sorry.
I think I hit the wrong person.
You did. Where did he go? We have a
Fuck,
problem.
what was I saying? Oh, man, I'm too high for this.
Noctis, our strategy
fuck?
worked.
Where the fuck am I?
You were inside of me.
Oh, I don't. I want
That
to
was-
be inside a cactus, not you.
I might have to report this. to
Where do I
police.
go? Am I not like?
No, you go
Adian's
over here.
also a
buddy.
VP. So next to Adian. That's
Yeah, I'm
VP
just doing
section.
this for the recording.
These are the
So,
VPs.
like...
No,
Two
Max,
people,
Max,
so
you need
far.
this. You need this. Here you go.
No, I'm going up on stage. I'm going up on
Ow!
stage.
I didn't even do anything that
Oh.
time. Fucking
Where's-
dick.
Stop shooting
Where's
each
that?
other. So
I'll take
There's a
over
reason you're
Arbiter Adam's
poor.
I just got penetrated.
position.
In my
My
foot.
name is Arbiter Adam, and I want death.
All right.
So
Well,
true, bro. So true.
I think that's that.
So there's the
Oh, crazy.
speeches. I guess we can move on to the
Well,
Q&A.
Now the
What
reason
the
I'm really
fuck?
here.
All right.
What the
Yeah,
fuck,
we can have
PJ?
any
my
questions, and then
Alright.
and then we're going on to debates, and that's gonna be something.
This election is
Oh.
rigged.
Oh,
So,
All right.
I lost.
Blue Jay.
What are you gonna do
There's a
to
lot of
communists like
rigged.
me? What are you gonna do to support us?
Wait. Are we gonna go left or right again?
Yeah.
Shh.
All right.
What was the
Yeah.
question, Blue Jay? just making sure so everyone knows because we were a bit distracted.
Hey, Nebula.
Wait, no, wait. Yeah, did Nebulord even talk?
No, I didn't say
You
anything. I
shot
kept getting interrupted.
Okay,
Bro.
can we do Nebulords first? And stop being
Aw.
chaotic and shooting people for just like 1 second. I'm actually getting a little ticked off, please.
Everyone sit the fuck down.
Okay, Nebulord, go. Sorry. Holy cannoli.
Clearly, I'm not high enough. Okay, so like Stone Party, we're gonna introduce the the shit that I promised. What was it called? Fuck. The oh fuck. The the one plan.
One Piece.
The One Piece. The One Piece is real. The
I think it's called the Q1 plans.
Can we just shush and let Nebula talk?
shit.
Like you want us to register land and
Yeah,
using
yeah,
our
oh
own
yeah, the
usernames,
registration
all that
plan.
stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Once you will introduce the registration plan in the first quarter of my election, of my inauguration, to help improve the server and decrease the amount of people fighting over nonsense, so that we can all just chill. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks. I was hungry. Where is it?
Oh, okay. Are you guys done now?
Now we can, yeah. Now I think we can move on to Q&A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a first question.
No, give me that. Give me that. Give
Well,
me it.
I had first question.
Can we do Blue Jays first? Because we did kind of skip it. Sorry, idiot. All right, Blue Jay, walk back up to the thing.
Assassin! Assassin!
Stop hitting each other. Zexter, please,
He
for the
stole
love of
my-
God.
He stole my TNT. He stole my
See,
TNT.
this
Stop
is
putting
improper
TNT.
conduct for people who are trying to run for office, I think.
I'm trying to run for office.
As my
He's the one denying
VP,
me my
stop trying
food.
to get our party fucked. Okay.
God.
Anyways.
Clearly,
Okay.
Max, and Angel are the only ones you should vote for.
Let Blue Jay just love his thing.
So what are you gonna do, Mr. Community Party, to with sharing and all that stuff? As you know, I'm a Groudon communist.
Well, yes, you see, I believe very importantly in the value of sharing. I think there's only a few players who have pretty much a monopoly on all the resources. My opponent was proposing a plan that basically involved taking the emeralds from everyone else to give it to the most wealthy, and he's now toned that down to simply giving his own to the most wealthy. Personally, I believe all of the players should be able to share the resources from mobs' farms without having to pay exorbitant amounts of money for it. And I plan to make the mob farms on the server free to all when I become president, both my own and others. Also, I'm sharing my netherite with everyone. Welfare policy.
Communism.
Yeah.
Wait, don't we all have to answer that question? Or no?
Bro.
I only asked Max specifically.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I have actually a few questions, actually. So the first question is going to be going to Lomp. Lomp, how are you going to be giving us actual healthcare if we don't actually have any health facilities to proceed just procedures?
Infinite apples.
Okay, infinite apples don't necessarily is a very empty gun. How are you going to get all the gold, and how are you going to get all the apples? Are you
No, I just said
personally going
apples.
to? Oh, so you're
You're
just
gonna
going
get
to
all the
be.
apples.
It's
Oh.
free. I said free healthcare. I didn't say how amazing the healthcare was. It'll heal you up.
So basically, what you're saying
1
is you're
minute.
giving us bottom tier healthcare.
No, it's better than no healthcare plans or insurance that we currently have. in
Definitely
this
better than the
country.
American one.
Even if you are going to healthcare, it still seems as if you're firing a blank gun. If anything, you're just helping with the food distribution.
I mean, yeah, I said I would reduce world hunger.
Okay. So would you say instead of just helping medical care, you are just helping with food distribution?
I mean, I'm helping with medical care, food distribution, overpopulation,
But in what way?
homelessness. In what way?
wanna
What do you mean by that?
I want to know specifically in what way you're going to be helping us medically.
Free healthcare, free universal healthcare.
Okay, but if there is to be a medical facility not associated with your medical care, what exactly are you going to be able to do in terms of that?
Hostile takeover.
Hostile
Oh.
takeovers isn't necessarily something I could see people voting for.
Bitch.
I mean, you'd be surprised. I know. I know what the people want. I'm
Also,
here for the
TJ,
people.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So my first question is going to be: you said in lack of variety in terms of events, what was stopping you as a server owner before from doing said events?
Oh shit.
You want my honesty?
I want your honesty.
What's fucking our
Rise of Nations.
That doesn't necessarily help us out, TJ the person.
My lack of events as server owner beforehand was due to increasing disinterest amongst everyone, and I will admit I myself was disinterested. But with the current wave of players coming in at the moment, I've realized that people actually do enjoy playing on the server, and I have realized my mistakes and promised to keep the activity going at least as
So,
long as people stay on.
as well as you said that you yourself are going to be solely funding your own government system, how do you intend to keeping that up, knowing that now that including the system of which you are saying no longer just pays for itself, but as well as you are paying it for as well, basically yourself.
Well, seeing as I have had extremely negative responses to the taxes system of 1 emerald per week, I have decided to do it myself. And every time I go to Agraria, as they have villagers that can produce a vast amount of emeralds, I will be taking those emeralds and
But
applying it
don't
to
you
my own
think,
government. I know.
as one
Go ahead.
person in the populace, I personally would say that paying that tax would be a small price to pay to saying the activity of which, or the more lower streams, I personally feel like it'd be just something that we have more to look forward to and a small price to pay of which to do so. I think you should keep the taxes, and of which you shouldn't have to go through the steps of that yourself if you are going to be doing what you say you necessarily have to do.
You want taxes?
I appreciate your willingness to pay the tax, but unfortunately, the majority have shown disinterest. If I do start hearing actual willingness to do this, I will apply it. But until now,
When
I will
kingdoms
personally
rose
be
and
funding
fell
the government.
before, when kingdoms rose and fell before, did they fall because the lack of currency? No,
No.
because people were taxed to live. Why? Because they were safe. And there was no lack of excitement or content, and of which, and I say that for the SMP itself, that is no shorter of a bit of a story in that that, how do I say that, category. I feel as if you backing away from the tax shows a little bit less integrity. And I personally would like to just, I don't know, if I was able to vote for you, I'd say that one thing I would look forward to seeing is a little more integrity towards the dreams that you have personally for the SMP itself. Ignoring
Alright.
sometimes the wishes of others can sometimes benefit those same people in the future.
All right.
I have a question.
I do.
Oh no.
I have a question for Angel.
What?
Oh, yeah, I forgot Angel was eating.
You said you want to improve the server yourself, but you never gave too much information on how about doing that you are going. So I don't necessarily how you're going to be doing that. Can you clarify?
The server itself is, again, a work of art. Keeping the work of art running is an integral part. How could this be solved? You could start events like the horse race and keep those going. You can try and maybe build stuff on the server, start some projects, make a park, make there's a billion different things you can do. However, in the long run, all I'm looking forward to is this longevity of the server.
Mm-hmm.
With Zexter, I saw that link.
So instead of putting more of a one thing I'd like to say is you only mentioned one form of event. Instead of doing only one form of event, are you going to be doing more forms of events other than just that?
Uh,
Because you mentioned longevity, which is the extent of something that's already existing, which means that would you be pouring more into the horse races, and would you be funding that personally or making people pay taxes to help fund that?
I would be funding that personally.
How exactly would you go about doing that?
I have a personal philosophy that taxes themselves cause a lot of divide between people,
And how
and making
would
sure
that
that
happen?
divide, because people don't never want to pay taxes. Have you ever heard somebody go, "Oh boy, it's tax season," and instantly hop up to go over and start writing it? No, people lollygag. They don't want to do it because taxes suck.
Well, that doesn't necessarily mean that that has to be your problem now, does it?
Honestly, as long as people are happy, I'm happy. And if people are paying taxes and it's not making them unhappy, then I'm not happy.
So, are you saying that you are more doing to do the things that are bending towards the people's will and less of your vision of the actual SMP itself? A courtier of the people, you would
People's
say?
will, the people's will is my own will.
Oh, no, that's a good message board. Mr. Nebula.
Hold on, I have something to say. First of all, Mr. Nebula is the other one. Second of all, you guys keep mentioning the horse race, but like, I can do that whenever I want, really. I don't
Do
need
it already.
Yeah, and that's
Do it!
it's not that, yeah, that's a good point. It's not necessarily
Oh, then do it.
I-
Then.
It's not that I need funding. I'm not broke. It's that
I mean,
no one wants to do it. No one's registered.
Yeah.
I was bringing it
So
up more as a suggestion or an idea, not
Well,
as a has to happen. Anyway, sorry,
So-
go on with your point. My apologies.
So,
that
Mr.
yeah,
Nebula,
yeah.
the one thing I have to say to
It's a
you
nebula.
is it's a nebula. Okay, I'll say
Mr. Nebula is the other nebula.
Okay. Well, regardless of which, elf supremacy. I'm sorry. Next person. Um, Max, I have a few questions for you. So the first thing
Yes.
you're saying was sharing your wealth, which was the netherite of which is in your possession.
Mhm.
I say that as a negative thing of which to do because what if you were to give this all to the people and then people were to start a rivalry, or let's say people would try to start another government with the gear that you found to them? I think the netherite should be something that is bought, not given. Free
Well-
will. I think you're giving people an ultimatum to, if you were witched and voted as president, it would give them an ultimatum to overthrow your government because you basically funded their rivalry for you. That puts us and your government in danger, which I don't necessarily appreciate, seeing how if I were to vote for you, the one thing I'd be voting for you is the safety of which your nation holds. And you're not holding which if you are funding the people that secretly conspire against you.
Is that all?
I want to ask a question.
Sorry. Yes. Do you want me to answer that?
Yes, of course.
So, personally, I don't take that viewpoint. I said netherite specifically. There is, I think, a few other things I would be willing to share: elytra, totems, emeralds, maybe some apples. To be completely honest, that is the policy of sharing is partially because I think it's hypocritical of me to criticize other people's wealth while not actually sharing my own. Partially because I do believe I will do the best job as president of this server when compared to my opponents, and I do want to win. And partially
Wouldn't
because
you-
I will say lastly, I don't like that view that giving netherite, will make people overthrow the government. I think that's a little bit paranoid, to be honest, and I think my party is primarily based on the community. And I think if I were to view the community with such paranoia and, thinking they're gonna overthrow me and they're gonna hate me, that wouldn't be a very good president, I don't think. I
But who
think they're
here
not gonna
wouldn't
overthrow me because I'm gonna do a good job.
But who here would agree with me in saying that at least someone has to have the mindset of which to be careful because there's always someone who is out to hurt you?
I
Nah,
think
bro,
that's a
just
little
chill.
bit dictatorial, honestly.
I have personally had problems in the past with people rising up against the world government, but they were never funded. So I agree with Max. I think it's okay to.
Yeah, they were
continue
broke as
funding
shit and still kicked your ass.
Okay. It's
Yeah,
true.
they had like a wooden axe and like iron armor.
No, they had the same. Okay, it was a different time. Okay, it's a different time.
Hey. We don't get votes here.
Sorry, anything else,
Alright.
Mr. Zings?
I vote for them.
Hmm. Oh, that'll be all. Thank you for taking my questions, everybody.
Thank you.
I
Very
have a
appreciated.
question.
Yeah.
Even though I'm
Thank
the
you for
vice
asking.
president.
Vices
Uh,
can ask. Gideon's a vice. He asked the most questions. All right.
I'm gonna ask to everybody. Can I make the national anthem?
No.
Yeah, it's my job.
What is the national anthem you're gonna play?
Dependent.
I think it depends on which
custom
party
make it.
wins next year.
I'll custom make it.
Yeah, if I win, you can make the anthem.
Yeah.
If
If
I win,
you
you
can make the anthem.
Is that
Screw
all
everyone.
yeses? Why is Blue Jay
Oh,
Rock
yeah.
Band Music gonna fuck
I'm
me?
waiting
I'm
in
making
line,
the
asshole.
I'm gonna.
Oh.
I'll listen to it. I'll listen to it. I'll see what it
Okay.
is.
Also,
I don't need to
yes,
explain.
Lump is no.
I accept it.
Also,
Max is
another
maybe.
question. Would you, who am I gonna ask?
Yes.
Yeah, that's my question. Thank you.
Thank you.
I was
To
gonna
answer your
ask.
question, I would like to answer.
There's an attempt on his life. There's an attempt on
You can't kill me.
somebody. Get that assailant. Get the masked assailant.
Thank
oh God.
God. Get that
Oh,
horse,
God.
man.
Oh,
All right,
head.
all right,
Oh,
back
no.
to it. Back to it. May continue.
Aha! Oh no! It's yours. It's yours.
Stop hitting each other. Stop hitting each other. Okay, continue.
All right.
Swear to
I
God.
was going
was
to
told-
ask,
I was told.
what
to
are
kill
you
the
all
person.
going to
Please don't
do
kill
about
him.
inflation?
Inflation of
Please don't kill
what?
Yeah, you would like to
Yeah.
know about
Emeralds.
that, wouldn't you? I bet you
One
watch
emerald is worth
Pyrocynical.
one emerald. There's no inflation. Emerald's worth
Well-
one emerald.
All right. So I've been in a bit of inflation lately because of
That's because you're broke as shit. There's
Oh
nothing to do with inflation.
bullshit! Okay, you're the guy who rolled up an only diamond in half for fucking another, right?
Bruh, shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Literally live-
I
literally
actually
live on the
do.
side of our
I
mouth.
actually
Speaking
do.
to like the second worst brewing faction.
Ooh.
Blue Jay,
After my kids.
I actually can comment on the inflation problem.
Alright.
I have come up with like a transitional method for emeralds and actual currency. My thought process is 9 emeralds, right, is 100 cents. And the fact that 1 emerald block could equal $1, transfer onto that, it keeps going. Because we all understand, if you have like a shit ton of sticks, you can get rich fast. It's simple as that. I personally went to Agraria with a shit ton of sticks and came back with at least 7 blocks of
I
emeralds.
actually just steal their string and then trade that for emeralds.
Oh.
But
Um,
I think
that's
that's
what I'm
allowed.
saying. In the future, if emeralds do become a money problem, I don't think it will. In the fact, yeah, you can get a shit ton of emeralds, but if you translate it to 1 block being $1, the likelihood of having like 3 stacks of emeralds, it's possible, but it's your choice to spend that time. And even then, it'll yeah.
the community party would also like to make a comment on the question of which Blue Jay proposed.
Yes, I
and to which we
yeah, I
have
would like to, in fact.
As the vice president or future vice president of which a bold statement. I would like to share that the community party is heavily invested towards the shared items and of which the resources that the nation will be sharing to the common folk and people, thus almost eliminating inflation as a thing itself and normalizing community items as a whole.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm gonna say one thing. Yeah, I'm okay with netherite losing its value because I think that does benefit the people who don't have as much netherite as well.
I just need someone to fucking sell it. I don't even care if I get it for free. I just want someone to sell it.
Especially
Same.
the
I
people
need to
of which
enchant my items.
especially the people of which who are just joining the server and so desperately need a gear up, because all of these people who have been here for longer necessarily have an edge on everybody who recently joins.
Fuck them kids.
Wait a second.
I don't know if you can say that. I don't know if that's sayable.
Yeah, I think that quoted.
Quoted? Yeah.
Yeah, I
Fuck
think.
that
Yeah.
Fuck them
More netherite
kids.
problem.
Max, if you have so much netherite, sell me some right now.
All right.
Oh wait.
I would go. I can go get it.
Okay. I'll
Not
go
on
get my
recording
emeralds.
though.
If it's in your, oh yeah, here, Max.
I'll buy
It's in a.
11 netherite from you
It's
for
not my
9
net. It's not
netherite.
my ender chest. It's in a location. I can give you some netherite
Wait, what's
scraps
going
if you
on?
want.
Yeah, you should mine that
Here,
up,
I have a
TJ.
few.
You should mine that up.
Okay, and now I
Thanks.
have a question for all running candidates.
2 netherite scrap. Thanks, brother.
Yeah, it's in a hidden location. I don't want to reveal
So,
it in recording.
We are gonna start from Tesseract going all the way to Nebula in said line, and we are going to talk about your guys' dream. You have already spoken about
What's
what
that?
you wish to seek, but I would like to hear your end goal. What you exactly want to emphasize, and as well as a sort of make a reality for what you see the TJ SMP. As a person who just recently joined or has
Just
been
recently
here
joined?
for a small amount of time,
Or-
the one thing I would like to hear is your end goal. So Tesseract, can you emphasize for that? For us,
Actually,
please?
I've been going first for a lot of these. I would like to go last for this one.
You would like to be last. Okay.
Yes.
So if we're switching Nebuloid, right?
Yes.
Nebuloid, your turn.
My end goal, I just want everyone to be chilling. There's been too many people who fight over nonsense, and I just want everyone to chill. So hopefully this will reduce inside conflicts.
So what you're saying is you're looking for less OOC fights and more in-character lore, and as well as less meaningless conflict.
Yeah, like
Okay.
for example, when it comes to the registration plan, the whole point is that, like, especially when it comes to registering your land, we've had a lot of people who have had land disputes because it's not clear what is their land and what is whose land. So I want to have people register all their land so that nobody can be like, you can't build there, that's my land.
Okay.
And then anything that isn't registered is public. It's public property.
That's a very huge vision. Seeing how so many people of the SMP have already claimed such an exponential large amount of land, so
Yeah.
tightly into our triangle of what we have as the SMP so far.
Yeah,
That's
they'll
very-
keep that land.
Of course, Mr. Lomp. What is your end goal vision?
I want people to be free to do what they want. So that's why I'm going. The reason I mean evil faction is I want people to be true to their desires. I want them to do the lore that they want. I want
I'm whipping
them
you.
to beat up homeless people like they want to.
I'm not homeless,
all
bitch.
the usual stuff.
Yeah, right.
I think I have more of a house
I
than you
want
do.
people to be true to what they truly want to be. No taxes. No being weighed down by life-threatening injuries and hospitalization.
Shit.
I think we got a hospitalized man here.
Exactly. That's why I'm going for free healthcare. You see, this happens on the daily, and maybe eventually it might affect somebody permanently, and we won't have the healthcare installments present
Sorry about
for
that,
them
Lomp.
for them to be able to live the way they want to afterward. You know.
Okay. That is
Sorry,
a
Lomp.
very,
Didn't mean to hit
very
you.
nice outcome. I would definitely like to see that as a common person. Mr. TJ, the person,
Yeah.
what would you like to have to be your end outcome and your overall dream for the TJ SMP itself?
My idea, and more, as you said, dream, would potentially see the server have a more united idea as one SMP instead of multiple, nations against each other. And I personally Okay, don't worry about the laugh. I do think that personally, when we have a government, I do hate how, in reality terms, it depends on who's the richest runs the government. You know, so
That's
if the
true.
government makes its own money, and if the person that wins is say either poor or rich, they can only use the government's currency and raise the money through help from the community. If everyone joins together to help the government, then that means we'll have a more united idea and agree to each other. We are one nation.
I think
That's my
one
main
person.
goal.
I think one thing I'd like to comment on that is that I can speak for everybody when I say that land has not necessarily been capitalized on, or nor has it been bought yet in the SMP. So far, the only thing that emeralds, our current sense, or current sense of currency, would have no meaning above material objects and as well as wealth, including material. So, in of which you are saying that the person who can buy the most material would be the one running the server, I would say is ridiculous, unfortunately.
I wouldn't. As someone who's been on this server a long time, oh fuck.
Until we
The
hit
person with the most money definitely has more power.
and of
From
which
it could also mean whoever has the more wealth will be running the server. So if you're saying that it's like outrageous that the person who has the most stuff will be running, I'm trying to say the exact opposite. What I'm saying is we have 6 people with very different ideas and very different wavelengths of wealth. I personally have 4 emerald blocks and 3 emeralds in my ender chest at the moment, and personal.
I have 50 in my
And
inventory.
that's what I'm saying. You have very different wavelengths of wealth, and even then, if they are running the government, they can get help from the community instead of helping themselves with their own riches. That's my goal. I'm not saying the richest win, which many people have been labeling me as.
I think a lot of people, including myself, the common folk, we could genuinely come to agree that that is a very nice outlook, and it's something I would like to look forward to see if you are elected. Thank you, TJ.
Thank you.
Angel, what would be your end goal and as well as current dream for the TJ SMP? That is quite the response, Angel Shibe. Thank you very much.
Loving this.
I was grabbing food. Sorry about that.
No, you're just
My hope for the SMP is to truly bring it together. Rich, poor, bring together landowners, people who just live in other people's places, but not under one common banner, because sometimes that's not what the people want. The people always have different wants and different needs. You can't just generalize everybody into under one banner, because there will always be internal fighting there. In the actuality, the socio-political structure of the MP kind of heavily relies on these different groups. Even if it's a tiny group of 1 to 2 people, or if it's a large group of like Elwood or the Skulk, everybody has their own wants, and that is something you have to listen to. My final goal for the SMP is not to unite it all under one banner. It's to generally have the people live in a state that they're not going to be upset. They're not going to be angry. They're just going to be happier than they were. I want to try to take the world that I've been dropped into and make it better before I leave. Thank you.
Oh, of course. And saying of which what you said, not having all people unite under one banner, I think it's also a really good way to capitalize on the purpose of this meeting, which is the debating factor. And the other person I'd say is the only person who would technically disagree with you would be TJ the person. TJ, in his previous speech, did say that he wanted all people to capitalize under one banner. TJ, you said that Angel, personally, does not wish to do that and does not wish to see that. How would you disagree? And better yet said, how would you debate that?
Me?
Yes.
My thought process, yeah, I definitely would disagree with Angel. I wouldn't say I'm trying to force people to agree with each other. The whole point of One Nation is I see nations under one banner being multiple parties with their differential opinions. I agree with that. That's my point. Is everyone gets a word in instead of multiple nations yelling at each other. Will be under one banner talking about it instead of recent events where we've seen with the Skulk and everyone generally fighting with each other. And if we're under one banner, I think we can all agree the Skulk has been a rather not so fun
Troublesome
problem.
thing, of course.
Yes.
And if we're all united
President!
under one banner, instead
As a
of
person-
say, yeah,
As a person who personally was present for the meeting of which how we were going to handle the Skulk and as well as the current problems with the SMP at the time when we were sitting in Green's temp build. The one thing I would like to make an emphasis on was that, yes, I completely agree. But with that all being said, thank you, Mr. TJ the person, for giving us your opinion on that.
no
And
problemo.
I will give Angel a chance to say anything, rather debate what you said. And if not, Smiley Tesseract will be next into saying what his end goal and current dream is of the SMP.
I agree with you that while yes, it's one nation with multiple parties, a house divided against itself cannot stand. That's been shown time and time again and again. And yes, the Skulk is a troublesome thing. I know this, you know this, we all know this. That was specifically brought up, and while that'll still probably come to an end, however it does, it's the fact that we can't all be under one banner, because then people all will disagree, go and form their own splinter factions, or some of them may just openly rebel. You can't guess the will of all people under one united banner. If you want an example from another piece of fiction, you can bring up Fallout New Vegas. You had Caesar's Legion, which had everybody underneath its banner basically brought together by force under one dictatorship. Or you go on to the other side, the NCR, which had a group of people who were all disunited, disorganized, and really didn't like each other under one banner. I mean, think about it. On the side of the NCR, you had ghouls who were treated basically as less than humans, and then actual humans. You can't exactly guarantee that everybody will be treated equally under one banner. I rest my case.
Oh, well.
I'd like to add,
Mm-hmm.
you can't also guarantee that those nations will be fine on their own. I mean, for example, the Caesar's Legion, seeing as they're different separated nations, specifically wanted to expand into the NCR's land and effectively annex it. So my question is, would you rather have, sure, a split nation, but still a nation that is trying to keep things going? Or would you rather have the dictatorship nation across the pond trying to annex them under one banner with one man? What I'm trying to say, instead of, say, for instance, a tyrant, what I'm trying to say is we have, a figurehead, say one of us when we get elected. My idea is the listener will be the president and the speakers will be the people amongst themselves. I'm saying one banner is probably a better idea than having multiple nations at each other's throats for different goals. For instance, like Nebulord said, we have a bunch of land disputes. If we're under one banner, we'll still have land that we want to own, but at least we can discuss it in a more united council situation. And not only that, it'll be states or provinces debating land instead of two nations trying to rip each other's throats over, say, just a road or a village or just like a small piece that isn't in its land or territory already. What I'm saying is, if we try to go on our own, we'll either fall and burn. But if we at least try to stick together, yes, we'll argue. Yes, some will dispute and try to rebel. But that's the point of this. We're not, it's an experiment that we're in and we have to deal with instead of run away and ignore it. Thank you.
TJ, that is a very good point, Angel. I would like to make a comment to everyone who is listening and currently watching this debate that even though all parties are very separate and have divided very different dreams, it does not mean that they cannot fly under one ideal. With that being said, them both mentioning that the skulk being a problem is yet again reassurance that not only these people have separate dreams, but they all have a will and a conscience of their own, which I would urge you to all vote carefully for who you think should be guarding our SMP. And with that being said, Max, I would like for you to give your input
Alright,
on
you
your
were asking about our united vision of the server? I think
Yes,
out
I
of all of the
was.
candidates here, I have the most clear vision of what I want the server to be. You see, we've had an issue where the server has been on again, off again, dying and dying, and the presidency has constantly gone very quickly to becoming a powerless role, as people in it haven't done very much with it. Or alternatively, the server hasn't been in a good condition to do it. If you read out, I have really 11 policies. I narrowed them down to 5 or 6. I want to basically, as two of my opponents have said, who were mostly taking things I've already said, bring this server together as a community. I'm going to keep it running. Alright? I
I don't mean to
actually...
interrupt you. I don't mean to interrupt you really quickly. Zexter, everyone who's running around and just like, can you just do the /sit command if you can't genuinely stop moving, because it is distracting the people who are actually trying to put effort into what they have to
Yeah,
say.
Zexter, I don't think that's, like, appropriate for this.
So let's try to relax a little bit.
TJ, do you
And-
want me to mind that for you? Since I'm not
Help
really.
if you want.
I don't have a diamond pickaxe.
Wait,
I'm just
no,
saying.
Tana, do you want mine?
Here, I'll take that, and then.
Yeah,
I'd
give
like
it
to have
back
a
to me, please.
comment real
Yeah,
quick.
Alright,
though.
wait, no, hold on. I was, like, in the middle of stuff, and then... Okay,
Oh,
look,
sorry,
point being,
sorry.
Yeah.
my
No, keep
vision is 100% for a united server. Angel, I believe, has taken most of her points from me, as has TJ. Point being, I'm gonna keep things going. I'm gonna actually implement policies. I'm gonna unite the server. I'm gonna share things with people. I am actually planning on uniting the server into one federation, not necessarily a nation in the way, say, Elwood is, but one country. An opponent of mine has somewhat shoplifted this idea, but I'm a strong believer in uniting the community and bringing us together and taking this area between Elwood, Cumzone, and Corland, and making that into an area where we all can live together and build together what we want, and really making sure that the bonds that keep people on the server stay alive, and so the server stays alive.
I would like to capitalize on what Nebula said, or it's a Nebula, said before. I feel like people should have rights to their own land, especially their own builds. I personally feel as if Corlin should not be involved in any form of that.
No.
Because
Oh, sorry. Do you have anything else? Sorry.
no, personally just don't feel like Corlin should be involved in any bit of that, because I feel as if it is just not something it's needed to be involved with it just as a kingdom, or as you would say, a federation.
Yes, let me be clear. I said the area in between the Cumzone, Elwood, and Corland. I did not say Corland, Elwood, and Cumzone. Those will remain to Cactus Lemon and Zings, respectively. The area in between that, I want to fill it up with dirt. I won't do that if I'm not elected because it's too much effort, but if I'm elected, I'm going to fill it up with dirt. People are going to be able to build there, and people are going to have the freedom to do what they want as we build a capital together, and that's going to be a big thing. As I'm going to keep building up that area, and I'm going to pretty much abolish Mexico, just turn it into a server capital, and people are going to be allowed to live there. People are going to be, we'll do that pretty good. I believe you do, Cactus.
I would
Also,
like to
as
say,
I've said, and we're going to create justice system to settle disputes. We're going to bring the server together with different provinces. We're going to actually get a flag and an anthem and all that stuff going. We're going to get together pretty good.
I would like to first say that thank you for emphasizing on of which you are giving people yet a chance to try to build in between the lines, because I feel as if it is vital for our newer players and as well as the people who are farther away from the SMP and lower lines. It's hard for people to be necessarily seeked out or included in lore when they are so far out of reach. So yes, I would like to thank you.
Thank you.
I also have one more question.
All right.
I would like to ask the question of the unsturdy and very unsteady lore waystone point thing. I feel like we would have a lot longer and easier of a time if everyone's presence would be more well known, and we'd have to take less guesses and things would be less scuffed if we had to be like, oh, I wonder what happened if I clicked on this thing. What's everyone's opinion on that? If you have an opinion on that, anyone can speak on this.
Oh, like being registered would help with that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I don't have an opinion on that. A big thing I do want to do is I do want to take issues from the community, from the populace, and implement them. So if that is an issue, I'd be willing to look into that.
Okay. Thank you. Those were all of my questions, and
Okay.
thank you very much.
I believe that we've been going on for a while now. I think the debates are probably going to be the most interesting part of this, and I don't want us to be too burnt out. Why don't we take a 5-minute break, and at 9:20 EST, we'll start the debates.
Oh, fuck. TJ, what is that MST?
5-minute break. That's all it means. 5-minute break.
Yeah, 7:20. Yeah,
I'd like to say,
I gotta go
I do
do
not
something.
believe in TJ's previous leadership experience because of previous time frame
Yeah.
leadership.
But
I don't know, maybe 2 years ago, TJ.
That was 2 years ago.
All right, we're back to recording, everyone, and there's been some questions asked, right?
Yep.
I have some questions to ask all of you.
Nice.
All right.
W.
First of all, Angel,
Yes.
you're talking about keeping the server running. You're talking about implementing policies that'll keep it running and keeping it united as a community, right?
Correct.
These are all policies I've already promised. I also, along with those, have promised more. I'm confused as to why you are running, unless this is simply you wanting to make yourself president.
I have a different philosophy than you do, to be fair. It's not about personal power, personal wealth, personal anything. I have nothing really to gain from this. I specifically promised that I want people to be able to be free. I want to be able to make sure that the will of the people is still my personal will. It doesn't have to be about anything relating to me, because as long as the people are happy, I'm happy, and that's truly it, to be fair.
Can we point out the fact that that's, again, not that much different? I want people to be able to have freedom. I have always wanted that on the server. I also want the community to be happy, and my whole party is based on the community. You've just substituted community for people. I feel that your party is quite simply taking most of my things, and I'm confused as to why you're running.
The difference being is that, unlike you promised to unify people, you promised to have a server capital. I promised to make sure that didn't happen. I promised
everyone to be
that
separate. Segregation.
No matter what, I want people to continue with what they have right now, and I want to be able to keep activity. I want to have events. I want to make sure that stuff happens. It doesn't matter what the event could be. Again, for example, you could have a horse race. You could have freaking an auction. You could have 15 billion different things. But the point being is, I want people to continue doing what they're doing. I want people to enjoy what they're doing. I want just the people is my primary focus. However, making sure that the order of operations that we currently have going on the TJSMP doesn't exactly falter, because what we have going right now, while yes, people still die, and yes, there needs to be tweaks to it, we have to make sure that we still stick to our roots. Okay?
See, that, again, once again, I feel like you're thinking very small in this course of what I'm thinking. I have actual proposals of things we can do to keep things running, what with the community building and obviously the events and all of these things, which I believe you've taken from me. I also have other plans, like creating a court system server-wide, or other, flags and symbols to unify the people, and an actual plan of how I'm going to bring them together and keep the community together to keep people on the server. Well, I feel like your party just becomes a worse version of mine, to put it very bluntly. With less policies. I, of course, say this in a political sense and not in an actual starting a fight sense. This is purely a block game.
Yeah.
Bingo. I will answer no further question from you.
Understood. I think next up I'm going to move on to the Business 2020 party. Actually.
Fair enough.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
2020, excuse you.
2022. We're not
2022.
2 years back.
Is Lump still here?
Ah,
Did Lump
shit.
leave?
Not this year.
He's
Yeah,
somewhere.
Lump left.
Somewhere in these heads.
No, he's actually right there in the audience, right next to
Yeah,
Cactus.
he's actually there twice. Actually, if you look.
Lump
behind.
left.
Oh yeah, he is.
Okay, I think this is going to get a little heated, so why don't I address Nebula first?
Oh, what's up, man?
If I talk.
Okay, Nebula, I'm going to put it very bluntly.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone likes your registration system. You're in the wrong booth. You're in the wrong...
I
Yeah,
am.
the Lump 2022.
Zexer's Nebula
yeah,
Lord now.
Zexer's at the
Actually, just
yeah.
Alright.
Wait,
Nebula, I think your registration system is a very bad idea, quite frankly. I think that it's going to be very cumbersome. I think it's going to be a burden on people. And I
Go to
think
an
that it's not going to have any effect on stopping fights or battles,
Okay.
which can be honestly
Okay.
entertaining.
Max, do you know who plays on the server?
Please inform me.
Do you know who actually plays on the server?
Radiant Zings, Angel Side, TJ the Persons, Extra O,
Jacko.
Blue Jay, Jacko.
Do you know everyone who plays on the server? Because there's some people
Probably.
in the TJ SMP Discord server that just don't play for one reason or another. And so we can't, there's no way to separate who actually is active on the Minecraft server compared to who's actually in the Discord server.
See, I don't know. This seems to be very authoritarian. I don't like the registration system very much. That is all. Yes. I don't think we should register our personal information so that we can claim a plot of land. I think we should claim a plot of land.
Your personal information, it's your name, Max. Your username, not even your real name.
Why would anybody want to do that?
Because then we know whose land is whose, and you don't have.
We already know whose land is whose. That's why I'm creating a court system where we'll resolve disputes in the court system, and the community will vote on the result. Also, my new judge I'm going to appoint, which will be Kenna, actually, will manage cases. I think that's a better solution and gains a consensus from the community rather than just having a very top-down, like, the government tells you whose land is whose and you have to register, personally. Why is your system better than mine?
Because my system covers more. My system is more of a catch-all than yours.
Alright, fair enough. Last but not least, anyone else?
Yep.
I would like to say something, if you don't mind. I'll take your silence as a yes.
80, well, yeah, is this connected to the questions that are already happening, or is this a separate point?
No, this is a question that you have already asked, Max.
Alright.
Cool. So, when you dispute his point saying that it's too cumbersome of which to do the registration system, what is the difference between how you are registering in real life versus how you are doing it in the game? I mean, it's just as simple as I see it as your name and what land you own. Is that not the difference as a mortgage or a lease or an actual landowner?
quite frankly, I would argue those things are in real life because we live in a very complicated bureaucratic society on the level of hundreds of millions and billions on a global scale, but those aren't fun things. This is a server for fun, to hang out with friends. I don't think we need to bring that kind of bureaucracy and that kind of oppressive control onto this server.
Okay, Max. Which is more fun? A lane dispute that just makes everyone involved mad, or having to do a little tiny bit of paperwork?
We can sort this out in the court system.
Okay.
This isn't...
But you still end up angry at the result either way. You are trying to solve the problem after it happens. I'm trying to solve the problem before it happens. Because if I solve it before it happens, then everyone's happy.
I don't think very many people will be happy with your solution. I think building a consensus and compromises through the court system is going to make people a lot happier. I don't have any other things to say to you. I don't believe your policy is a good idea. I would like to move on to Business 2022.
Oh yeah. I know what's
TJ.
going on. Yeah, what's
TJ.
good? What's
TJ.
good?
Can we?
Yeah, you know
okay,
what
I want to
happened.
talk about you. Okay. You originally ran for the server off of the idea that you were going to tax people 1 emerald a week, right? And
Yeah.
then give it to Agrary to fund it instead of just,
Yeah.
letting people use the farms. Nobody liked this policy, so you dropped this policy instantly and then moved on to another one. Now, first up, I think this shows a lack of integrity, as Adian Zing said. I think this shows that
have something to talk about that.
I don't think you're running because you think your policies are gonna improve the server or better. I think you're running because you want to be president, quite frankly.
That's a fair point.
Second of all, let's talk about your world government idea, Mr. TJ the person.
Yeah, completely made it on my own while I was
Yeah,
sleeping.
you straight up you needed another policy, so you
I
took
was
my
sleeping
idea.
and I came up with the idea in my dreams.
TJ, please allow me to finish asking the question.
Okay, fair enough.
You took my idea of a united server government. You did kind of bungle it and make it seem a lot more dictatorial than I would have intended it. With me, it would have been more of a federation with different, states, and it would be more to unify the server with, flags and symbolism and, maybe even play a role in lore as a faction. Who knows? And you've taken my idea and which I'm already going to implement either way, and you've just used it to prop up your campaign. Why are you running?
I would actually like to say, I actually now have a reason to run, and it actually goes with my name. I talked about with Exter about this during my 5-minute break, so very very set up actually. Before the reason why I'm running now, one, to keep my integrity, so I'm gonna do this whether the entire server disagrees with me or not. Alien Zings mentioned the emerald is useless, correct? People don't want it, don't like it. We need a way to have a universal currency. We've agreed it's emeralds, and now we choose to not use it. So if I am elected, I will be making it a currency that will actually be useful in the fact I will be trying to implement it within businesses and actually helping the emerald become a currency that is, associated with businesses down there, get it, business 2020. And I understand my other laws, like you said, they're more dictatorial. Why is it more dictatorial? Because because I've constantly said one nation. We have very similar where you say it's yeah. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I stole his ideas, and if anything, it's similar. I wouldn't be surprised if Angel came up with their ideas similar to mine. I heard Max's ideas. It made sense. It's what the server needs. It's what's been on top. I don't think I'll be running, actually. No, listen, hear me out. I want emeralds to become useful. I want them to be used. And if I can't do that under my party, if Max will accept me as a runner partner,
TJ?
I'd be willing to help.
Are you like merging like things like?
God damn it!
TJ, the
This
person,
is going the same way the last election did.
I think there is a lot of integrity in that decision. I respect that greatly. I was actually going to ask you if you'd be willing to do that. We didn't pre-plan this, but I graciously accept you, and in the case of my victory, I will appoint you as my prime minister and appoint your emerald buddies.
Let's go.
What
Zexter.
about me? What about me?
Thank you for
Can Zexter come
being
along?
respectful.
Can Zexter be VP number 2?
I would like to
You
say
can be vice
something.
president.
Zexter can be
Can I-
the vice prime minister, I guess.
Yeah.
Actually, you can be my vice president.
But
Well,
yeah,
you can be
I
deputy
respect
prime
that
minister.
decision a lot, TJ.
I'm good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's.
Oh
I,
shit! Is this like weed?
Can
Oh,
I?
this is
Yeah, if
buzz.
there's
Fuck you mean?
anything
no,
else,
of course.
Angel's Tribe, could I ask if you'd be willing to do the same?
How do I get this thing? How do I get the sign thing?
To be honest with you, I
Where is
walked
Dexter?
into this entire thing kind of at an impasse, to be fair. I didn't exactly know what I was going to do with my party. I'm going to be honest. I didn't know what I would be doing with my platform. But if there's one thing that I know, it's that if enough people resign, then there's nobody left to run. Usually the worst candidate gets put in that power. Are you the worst candidate? No, not at all. It'd be like comparing it to Woodrow Wilson, which is actually just completely incorrect. However,
Oh no, wrong
if
one. How do I?
you're going to ask me, for the time being, I'd personally say no.
Okay then.
No, which one's the max
Good
one?
luck.
Which one's the max one?
I don't
Alright.
have anything else. I believe Arbiter. I don't believe Arbiter. I'm gonna just say on the other parties, I don't like Arbiter Adams' platform. I think it relies too heavily on memes and actual policies. I don't think he'd do much as president, and I don't believe Lomp would do much as president either. Again, I like all of these people. I love them to death, but just for election purposes, that is my opinion.
You despise
What
us.
about me? Do you not have any questions for me?
Oh,
I-
80 Zings. Would you like me to give you a peppermint?
I would love a fucking peppermint.
Alright, let me get the peppermint.
Oh, wait,
Yeah,
Max,
she'll
could
take
I,
it.
could I say something?
Zexter,
I give you like three.
What is this?
wait, Adian, oh no. Yeah,
Oh shit.
Anyways.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you could.
Let me get up here. I would like to say that all this election is presented by Mossman Brewery.
Yeah!
Everybody gets a free beer.
Woo!
People even that are
Oh,
our
alcohol.
competition.
I love
We're all
Mossman.
minors. We're all minors.
Wait, why am I? Wait, we don't have to be competition. We do completely different things.
Oh, we sell wine now too.
Oh, you bitch.
Now,
I'm gonna blow up the
There's-
fucking factory.
there is just one thing I would like to say, as we are still on debate.
Holy shit!
With everything
Jesus.
with everything that is being said, to those who are still voting, I know that it seems as if a lot of people have the same ideals and as well as the same intuition, because in the end it's all the community wants is for the activity and as well as just the survival of the SMP. But I would remind everyone that every one of the people still running currently have their own dreams and own ways of running the SMP if they get elected to do so. So I would urge everybody to listen to the negotiations and just genuinely try to feel out who you are voting for and why exactly you are doing it. That is all I have to say.
Is that a wrap?
Is that a
Wait, I have an
one
important
wrap?
question.
Right, Cactus, important question.
Step up
This
to
is
the
my
plate.
one question. This is for It's a Nebula. It's a Nebula. I heard something.
Yeah.
Are you a liberal?
No.
Who said he
Aren't
was
you the
liberal?
only one that chose
Who did it?
libertarian as your government?
Yeah.
You're liberal?
So you're a liberal.
No, I'm a libertarian. It's different.
No, you're a liberal.
No,
No.
it's a liberal.
Debbie, run! Debbie, run!
Get him! Get him!
Run!
Kill the liberal!
They're not the same thing.
Manhunt! We don't care.
Yeah,
We don't care if it doesn't mean the same thing. Get
I
him.
am Arbiter Adam. I'm Arbiter Adam.
You're Arbiter Adam.
Oh my god, he showed up to the debate.
Oh fuck.
Oh.
Yo. No.
Someone TP me back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think that's a wrap. Does anyone else?
Before everybody leaves, please get a nice, fine, crisp paste of the Moss Man beer.
Do
We'll
we
give
think
it
that
out.
we're gonna be closing everything off?
Yeah. Unless anyone else
If
has
any-
anything, I think that is good.
Okay.
I have something.
Oh,
Cool.
Free weed for everyone. That's what I will.
yeah.
That is another one of my policies.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah.
The one
Drugs?
thing-
Whoa.
I'm a minor.
the one thing I would just like to say is thank you for everyone who did come. And for hearing all
always
the
come,
people out.
Indians.
We're not here to just like decide or like banter at each other. In the end, like we're all friends.
Yeah, I'd suck all of it.
And everyone came here and is running for their own reason. So thank you everybody for coming. And yes, that is it.
You know, this is a bad time to saying that I have my own elections in fucking the Moss group to do like next week.
I vote
Does
for.
everybody get a free beer
Myself.
before you leave?
Yeah, thank you. These are lovely. These taste great.
Free beers, everybody gets one. Thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Editing this video is going to be
TJ,
so
we stop
painful.
streaming.
Wait, let me stop. Yeah, let me stop my recording, actually.
Free beer for everybody.
Alright, everybody, that was the election. It's going to be a pain in the neck to edit this video, but thank you all for watching. I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.